Hey now, it's Dave Allred, the Real Barman here from barpatrol.net and TheRealBarman.com. So as you may or may not know, I'm all in on this new free POS system and technology called GoTab. It is changing the way the hospitality industry is running their service model. And while doing online demos for GoTab with owners and managers all over the country, one of the main questions we get is, why not just use Square? All right, how are you guys at GoTab different than Square? All right, well, I'm going to answer that exact question right now in this episode. And speaking of demos, at any time, you can click on the link in the description to go get a demo with GoTab, or you can go right here. And as always, if you use my link, you of course get the VIP treatment and you won't have to pay the onboarding fee, which is $1,000. They waive that fee just because, you and I hang out together. All right, there's even a chance that I'm going to be at that demo. I love supporting and helping owners and managers be successful. Does that make sense? Okay, enough of the preliminaries. We're going right now. So right off the bat, full disclosure, I have recently partnered with GoTab because I believe they are just that amazing, which means I do earn a commission for everyone that signs up through my link. So thank you very much. I do appreciate it. All right, but as you know already, as you may or may not know, I do not recommend anything on my channel or websites unless I believe it will truly help make your life easier and help you succeed on a grand scale. All right, I receive a lot of emails from people who want to sell me their crap, but I only promote a small handful of products and services that I believe in. I'm not selling crap, all right, just to make money. That is a losing formula for everyone. All right, and with that said, I'm not here to bash Square POS at all. They're actually a very affordable and solid POS system, but they simply can't keep up with GoTab and what they have going on. So in this episode, I'm not going to cover every feature and aspect of Square and GoTab. If you want to see an overview of what GoTab can do, you can always watch this video here that I have. All right, what I am going to do, though, is show you the key differences between the two because they can do a lot of things that are the same, but I'm going to show you where they vary. All right, so let's start with Square. Square started as a payment and credit card reader. Remember when they had like that little chip reader that you inserted into the device so street vendors could take mobile payments? That's how Square started off. All right, they have since then evolved into a full-blown POS system. And like I said, they're a very capable system for smaller venues. But until recently, Square focused much of their technology towards the retail sector. All right, then they spotted an opportunity in the market to add their system to the restaurant industry, but in the end, they are essentially a technology company that transformed their retail POS to have restaurant functions. I mean, if you look at the back end of their system here, this is Square for restaurants, yet their instructional tutorial videos, they show an example of their menu, which is not restaurant-based food at all. All right, it's chocolate bars and energy bars to be shipped somewhere. That's retail. In addition, under fulfillment, it says, how will your shoppers be receiving this item? Shoppers? Restaurant guests are not shoppers. And here, this is where they're showing you how to activate the online ordering function, but they've grouped it together with their retail shipping option. It even shows where you can select a box for shipping items. They didn't even take the time to create a system in the back end just for restaurants. It just mixed it together with the retail options, which is a bit confusing, bordering on lazy. Okay, in contrast, GoTab was founded by a guy named Tim McLaughlin, who is also very successful in the tech industry, but he started his own brewery and restaurant and eventually became frustrated with the current service model or lack thereof. And so using his tech background, he set out to create a POS and ordering system specifically built for the hospitality industry. In the process, they've developed a POS system that owners love, employees absolutely love, and that has the flexibility to satisfy every guest who walks through your door, because those guests get to choose their own ordering and then customize their own service experience. All right, don't worry, I'm going to explain that later. All right, now, both systems are going to be able to do all the basics that a good POS system can do. All right, they can take orders, menu management, they can split checks, they can reopen tabs, discounts, coupons, gift cards, run reports, etc., etc. You get the point. But let's talk about the differences. If you go to Square's pricing page, you can see everything it can do. All right, you can scroll down the list, you can view all their features at your leisure, and you can see that they have all these options for free. But you'll also see that they have a lot of things that aren't free and you have to pay $60 a month for, including reopening and closed checks, sales reports, etc., etc. GoTab has no monthly cost, no contract, cancel anytime. It is completely free to use. Then down here, you can look at some of their add-ons, which is nice that they have these, but the one that jumps out at me is Square Payroll, which is $35 per month plus $5 per employee. Now, if you have just 20 employees, that's $135 per month. If you're a bigger place and you have like 40 employees, that's $235 per month. GoTab, on the other hand, integrates with 7 shifts for payroll. And as you can see here, you can have up to 30 employees for free. For $30 per month, you get a ton more, including all the reporting you need. And if you're a big place, the most you're going to pay is $70 per month. So in this instance, running payroll through Square is certainly more expensive. I think Square also integrates with 7 shifts. So just make sure if you're using Square that you use 7 shifts instead of Square payroll, because you're going to get a lot more bang for your buck. Okay, so let's talk about hardware. So GoTab hardware is agnostic. And I know you're like, all right, Dave, stop using your big Chico State education and using big words like agnostic. What the hell does that mean? Well, it means that they don't require new hardware and typically can be plug and play with the operator's current hardware. So no cash outlay. All right, there's no contracts. And if you need hardware, they have it for you. And they're not interested in making a bunch of money off the hardware like other POS systems do. All right, they give it to you nearly at cost, just providing what you need. Okay, next up, and this is a big one. When it comes to payment processing, Square cannot compete with GoTab. Everyone talks about how affordable Square is, but check this out. Square's card present fees are at 2.6% and 10 cents, while their online processing fees are at 2.9% and 30 cents. Well, what's the difference here? Well, card present means that the guest is at your location and they're paying right then and there with their credit card. All right, credit card processing companies consider this to be a lower risk on their scale because the guest is paying in person as opposed to an online transaction, which is why that's higher. GoTab's processing fees, on the other hand, for card present are 2% plus 15 cents, and for online payments, it's only 2.5% plus 25 cents. Well, what's the difference here? Well, for a very average sized restaurant in sales, this can be $6,000 to $8,000 per year you're saving. All right, for larger restaurants with higher sales, we're talking $20,000 to $30,000 per year. All right, and if you find credit card processing rates lower than GoTab, they're going to match it. You can't beat that. All right, and don't be fooled by some of these Square representatives who show you the card present rates with another POS system's online rates. All right, that's not measuring apples to apples, and I've heard of them actually doing this, and that's just not right. Okay, now let's talk about the QR codes and the online order and pay, which is so popular these days. This is the wave of the future. Okay, so Square does have online ordering feature, which you can scan the QR code, it brings up the menu, and they can order, and you can pay from your phone. It's fantastic. All right, runners bring out the food. Very cool. This is one of my favorite features that has evolved over the past couple of years. However, and this is where GoTab really separates itself from all the other systems, not just Square. First, at this time, with Square, online ordering, you're not able to leave the tab open. All right, that means after you select your menu items and you pay and your check is closed, and if you want more, you have to scan the QR code again and place the order again and pay again, and the tab closes again. All right, GoTab, on the other hand, allows you to open a tab, leave it open, and even share that tab with other people at the table or text the QR code to someone who's not even there yet. And they can order on that tab so that their order is being made while they're still arriving. And even if everyone is on the tab at the table, guests can split the check at the end if they want, or one person can treat and they can pay it all at once. In addition, once the tab is started, a server can jump on the tab and order anything requested in case the guests don't feel like being on their phones and they just want to shout orders out like a genie shouting out, hey, give me a Coke, as the genie does. All right. Or if you want to run a traditional service system and have your servers take orders at the table, you can do that too. It's totally up to you. All right. But I haven't even gotten to the best part yet. Once the tab is started, guests can two-way text back and forth with their server. All right. You need more silverware or a refill. No neck craning looking around for your server, who's just stuck in the back. You're like, where the hell are they? All right. You just text them and your refill's on its way. Okay, so now let's talk about the KDS, or the kitchen display system, where the orders show up once they're sent. All right, Square has a very capable KDS that displays the times and shows the servers where to deliver the food and drinks. However, with GoTab, the kitchen can also communicate with the guests right through the system if they need to. For instance, they might say, sorry, we're out of mushrooms. Do you still want your burger? Or would you like something else? And the guests can communicate right back from their phones. In addition, the GoTab KDS automatically groups orders together based on the location in the restaurant so the runners can efficiently run the orders out to the tables that are located next to each other. All right, they even have batch orders from the same table, meaning you can put a rule in that states that any orders that come in from the same table within 5 minutes of each other or 10 minutes, whatever you want, will be brought out together. All right, moreover, with GoTab, you can set your throttling settings in case orders are coming in too fast. All right, you can toggle on the setting that limits the number of orders that come in, and it provides a message to those that are trying to order how long it's going to be before they're able to order. All right, so they're not just waiting around. They know how long it's going to be. All right, Square has nothing like this for any of their KDS ordering. All right, they use a first in, first out ordering system for their KDS, which means that the orders on the screen are scattered all over the place and are only organized based on when they came in. All right, in the back end of the GoTab KDS, you can also 86 menu items on the fly, instantly. All right, you can even 86 individual ingredients on the fly, like pepperoni or cheddar cheese. And when the orders are ready, the cooks select the order and it moves into the done area of the screen. And if you are a quick orders food spot or a food truck, the guests are going to receive a text that their order's ready and they can come to the counter and get them. All right, next, Square treats all guests the same. In other words, they don't have anything in their system set up to identify their best customers. Yes, they have customer loyalty, which is great, but that's based off getting discounts after the guest spends a certain amount of money. Inside GoTab, they have what's called segments, all right, where you can create rules to treat guests differently based on who they are. All right, in other words, you might want to provide a military discount to those who served our country, and that's great. You should, because they're awesome. All right, so once that person has been identified as military, it will be embedded into their profile, and every time they come into your place, they scan your QR code, and the system knows that it's Bob the Marine or whoever, and his discount will automatically be applied. In fact, rules and options that can be created inside GoTab will blow your mind. It's only limited by your imagination. All right, for instance, there's a bar that uses GoTab that uses something, they do something called crappy hour, which is a great name. And they put a rule in that states when the weather drops below 50 degrees, if guests will come sit outside on the patio, they get a 20% discount. So the system knows that any orders made on the patio during that time automatically get that discount. That's amazing. And that's just scraping the surface. All right, GoTab also allows you to create separate menus for separate areas of your business. If you have a bar area that just serves drinks, you can have a cocktail QR code menu, and then have a separate QR code menu for food in the restaurant, or a happy hour QR code at the bar. Square does not have any of this. It has a one-size-fits-all approach, one menu for all areas, which limits the experience you can provide to the guests. All right, are we getting all this? Whew, it's wearing me out. Next, with GoTab, you're able to create what they call notices, which are promotions or reminders that pop up after you scan the QR code, reminding people of happy hour or karaoke night or some special going on right now. All right, Square does not have this either. All right, now let's talk about reporting. As you can see here, with Square, you get 0 reports on the free plan. With GoTab, you get all the sales reporting, the PMix, refunds, discounts, sales by revenue zones, etc., all for free. All right, then the last couple things I'm going to mention here, and then we'll be done. First, customer service, which is one of the most important factors when choosing a POS system. All right, Square's customer service on the free plan is Monday through Friday during the day. So hopefully you don't have anything wrong, during the weekends or at night, or you're all right, but what could go wrong, really? No one comes in on the weekends anyway. GoTab, on the other hand, just won a national award for their 24/7 customer service. All right, you're getting direct lines to the hustlers who are there to make sure everything is going great for you. Excuse me. Got a frog in my throat. All right. You can even message them during a busy shift and say, hey, can you please throttle my orders for the next 30 minutes? And they'll do it for you. Who does that? Right on the spot. All right, then the last thing I'm going to mention when it comes to onboarding and setting up your account, Square really gives you like the bare bones of setup. All right, it's basically nothing exists there. All right, this is where GoTab holds your hand every step of the way. They show you the ins and outs, and they have a thorough training program for you and your staff. They build out your entire menu. They add all of your employees to the system. They do 3 trainings per week. And as I mentioned at the beginning of this episode, if you go through my link, that $1,000 onboarding and setup fee that everyone else has to pay will be completely waived. So you're getting all that help and all that support free. All right, that's GoTab's thank you to me for bringing people to them. All right. Phew. So I know that was a lot, and I know I didn't go over everything each system can do, but like I said, you can check out my video on GoTab here, or my advice is to go sign up for a demo to have a real conversation with them. All right, there is a chance I will be at that demo, as I love getting involved, helping businesses get this into place, all right, because it's just that great. But what I do want to know before I go, ooh, that rhymed. What I want to know before I go is, did I answer your question, which was, why not just use Square? Well, let's do a quick summary just to make sure. With GoTab, you get an industry-specific POS system, not a system built for retail. You get the KDS screen, which allows you to 86 items on the fly, as well as chat directly with the guest, as well as group orders by zones or sections so runners can run them out more efficiently. You can two-way text with your servers whenever you want. If someone leaves their purse, you can text them and be like, hey, you left your purse, come on back and get it. That's awesome. All right, constant communication. You have the ability to post prep times next to each menu item so they know how long it's going to take. You get countless rules and segmenting that is not available in Square, where you can create zones and apply special discounts to certain people. You get the notice that pops up as reminders or specials. You get the lower processing rates, saving you thousands of dollars in processing fees. You get the 24/7 national award-winning customer service for free, and you get free onboarding and training when you go through my link. GoTab sets up your entire account, your menu, your employees, they train you, they hold your hand the entire way. Did I get it all? Well, I hope so. So the question you need to ask yourself is, do you want a better system in your business? Do you want to be more efficient? Do you want more sales? Do you want lower labor costs? Do you want your guests to have a better experience? And do you want a company that is dedicated to making that happen for you? Because what I found is that the decisions in bringing in a new product or service for your business is always based on three factors. All right, one, you need to ask yourself, one, whether you believe in the system. Two, can you afford the system? And three, do you believe in and trust the people behind the system? Okay, number two is not really a factor. I'm pretty sure you can afford free. So that means when you sign up for a demo, all you need to determine is number one and number three, which is whether you believe in the system and whether you believe and trust the people behind the system. And I am certain you are going to love it. I know I do. All right, believe me, once you sign up with GoTab, the only regret you're going to have is that you didn't sign up 6 months ago. All right, fair enough? Okay, I hope this helped you some. All right, if you have any questions, you can post them in the description, or you can even email me at dave@TheRealBarman.com if you want me to make the introduction directly to GoTab so we can set you up with a demo. Okay, I want to thank you for being here. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to see you next time. I'm out.